I will never forget the first time I posted on social media. It was terrifying. I actually didn't know how to create a reel. I had to call up my sister, who's 11 years younger than me, and ask her how to do it. And I remember overthinking every single thing, changing my bio every week, not ever knowing what to post, not knowing who to follow, how to get followers. And so if you are crippled by the idea of using social media to make money online with your digital product, this video is for you. I am going to walk you through all of the steps for setting up your Instagram to perform at the maximum capacity so that you can reach over the 500 million daily users to tell them about your amazing digital product. There is no better way to market your product. There is no better time to get on social media because one, the application is completely free and you can reach millions of people every single day. And the important part that you remember is those people need to know about what you have to offer so that they can buy it from you. You need to help them. Reframe that this is not about you. It's not about making money and gaining followers and all of that. It's about getting your hard work, your digital product into the hands of people that need it. This video is going to be a little bit different than past ones. I'm actually recording this at home while my children are home upstairs with my husband. So you're probably going to hear lots of footsteps, toys being thrown around, but you know what? This is real life and I'm a real person running a real online business. So I just want to show you that messy action is better than no action. And I wanted to get this into your hands. If you feel crippled about starting your Instagram page, I wanted to make sure you had the information and this is the only way I can do it. The other thing that's a little bit different is I'm recording on my laptop so I can screen share from my phone so I can actually walk you through in real time how to set up your socials. Let's first talk about why social media is so crucial and such an important piece to marketing and selling digital products online. Social media is the number one way to reach customers. People are always on their phone. Social media is something you can take on the go. And like I said before, there's over 500 million users on there. The greatest thing about social media is it's free to use. I know for a lot of people starting an online business, that's the scariest part to them is upfront costs. And I want to show you that you could do it with $0. Today, we're going to talk about Instagram because that's my main platform that I make income through, but you can start with any social media platform if you want to. I also use Facebook because it's really easy to cross post Instagram and Facebook, but I do suggest starting with one because it can be very overwhelming and discouraging when you're trying to manage different social media platforms because different platforms require different content. Something that I post on Instagram that does really well, gets millions of views, isn't necessarily going to get millions of views on TikTok. Actually, quite the opposite. It'll probably bomb on TikTok. Vice versa. Things I post to TikTok, I'm like, oh my gosh, this blew up. And then on Instagram, it's got like 1,000 views. If you haven't already and you have no idea what to create yet, check out this last video where I walk you through the steps of coming up with your first business idea. And we are also going to use AI again today to help us come up with our social media handle and creating our bio for us. I'm going to start sharing my screen and we can actually do this together. You can pull out your phone while you're watching this video and start setting up your account in real time. All right, let's get started. We're going to go into Instagram and you're going to just go down. If you already have an Instagram account, you can actually just go into those three little lines at the top and you can go down and you can just add account under login here. So I'm just going to hit add account. And I'm going to say create a new account. Now you can always change your username, but you can only change it every 14 days. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to pretend that I'm in the gardening niche and I used this example in a previous video. I am going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me come up with my Instagram handle based on my solution statement or my mission statement. And if you haven't come up with a mission statement, I really want you to go check out this last video that I did and that will help you just understand exactly how to do it, and we use AI to help us come up with that as well. I'm going to put in my solution statement and I'm going to ask it to come up with some possible Instagram handles. Here's some Instagram handle ideas. So the purpose of an Instagram handle in the beginning, you really want this to be SEO friendly. So you want it to include the words healing, gardening, whatever your account is about. So my mission statement, my solution statement for this is I help overwhelmed women heal and grow through simple gardening practices. Okay, so we want to include those. So when people are searching for this on Instagram, it's easy to find your account. You will notice on my Instagram account now that my name is just Angie B Official. That is because I've established my account. I've established within the Instagram algorithm who I am, what I do, who I help. So I no longer need that as a search engine optimization, but you will need that in the beginning beginning. And again, you can change your name every 14 days. So this is not written in stone. As you're growing, your account can grow and change as well. So I'm just going to try the healing through gardening. So we're going to go back to Instagram. For the purpose of this, it's just an educational video. I'm just going to put a little underscore at the end. I don't want to steal this name and try to make it more complicated for other people that want to start an Instagram account. I'll delete this account after, but I'm just going to put a little underscore at the end. And then you're going to hit next. Then you're going to create a password. And then we're going to do complete sign up. Now you're going to get prompted to do a couple things that Instagram requires. You have to confirm that you're a human to use this account. I'm going to verify with my email. I verified through email and I verified through text message, and now I also have to record a video of myself. So Instagram is actually taking all the precautions to try to remove all of these robot accounts that people can create in mass amounts. This is actually a really good thing. So it is a bit of a process setting up your account, but just be confident that this is what keeps your account safe going forward. Now we are back into the account. It took about, I want to say 3 hours for them to approve that I was in fact a real human being. I'm going to tap into my account and I'm going to show you how to set up your account start to finish properly from the beginning. First thing you're going to want to do is edit your profile. When you get into the edit profile, you are going to switch to professional account. I just want to be clear that this is not a personal account. This is not a business account. You want a professional account, and what best describes you, it depends what you are. If you're selling digital courses like I am, or any online education, you're going to just put in either education, entrepreneur, digital creator, whatever you would like under that category. You're going to hit switch to professional account. You have the option to display what category you are on your profile. I don't recommend doing that because it'll confuse people. So this is where what type of professional you are is very important. You are going to select creator. If you select business, Instagram reads that as you're a business, and so they really push your content to be posted through ads. And so when you're a creator, Instagram, the algorithm favors creators. Adam Azori of Instagram always is talking about we love supporting creators. And so you definitely want to be under this category instead of business, because your content will get pushed out more if you are a creator. Hit next, changes, done. So this is where you can complete with Facebook. And then it's going to bring you to this setting up your professional account. Now this is great because you're going to know exactly what you need to do, and we're actually going to go in order. So you're going to complete your profile. You're going to add a lovely profile picture. Now when taking a profile picture, I highly recommend that it is a clear, focused picture of you, not something generic. People buy from you. You can just import one from Facebook, or you can just take a photo. I'll just take this. Your name is also the area in which you can optimize your search engine optimization. So in your name, I highly recommend putting one, who you are. So I would put Angie, and I would put the gardening and healing for women. When people are searching women, gardening, healing, your name is going to pop up because this is part of your name. Then we're going to move on to our bio. When you're doing your Instagram bio, this is the first thing people see when they come to your page. So when your reel shows up on their feed and they're like, ooh, I like this reel, they're going to click and they're going to look at your bio. They have to know who you are. The best way to optimize your bio, tell them who you are, what you do, and how you help. The fourth line is a call to action. If you've already done the training, you will already have an idea of a digital product that you're going to create. Likely that is going to be your first step, so you might want to include that in your bio. I will tell ChatGPT, this is my plan. Okay, so I have typed in what I want, and then you can put your bio should be 4 lines. Who I am, what I do, how I help, call to action, and there should be an emoji at the beginning of each line, just so it stands out so people can see it. Here's your 4-line Instagram bio that matches your brand and voice. Because I've been using ChatGPT and I didn't open a new one, it's actually bringing in who I am. It knows that I'm a social worker. I want 5 options. The cool thing about using AI to help you is if your brain doesn't want to do the work, you can let this be your external brain and be the creative energy, and then you get to humanize all of it. When you're first starting in this space, especially if this account is brand new, you want it to be simple and clear. You want people coming to your page and knowing exactly who you are and what you're going to do so that they know whether you are the right person for them to follow. ChatGPT screwed up and it's more than 150 words. Actually, that was my fault because I told ChatGPT 150 words, not 150 characters. So I'm glad that you have the opportunity when you're watching this video to just be able to be like, okay, no, she did it wrong. So if you're working with me in real time, I'm sorry for that. Now it's actually coming up with from burnt out to balance, moms, helping women to grow again, nature and journal. So many different ideas. Play around with these. You can combine a few of them, find something that really stands out to you, that your past self would come to your page and be like, oh, this is for me. This is exactly for me. I need this. I'm gonna do this option number 2. I think it's just really nice because this shows them. I was once overwhelmed too. So also SEO in there if people are like overwhelmed and trying to come out of that. Then I'm gonna paste this into my bio. I once was overwhelmed too. Now I guide women through soil and self-work. Weekly prompts, healing and clarity, DM start to begin. Super clear. And your call to action can be DM start to begin, or if you already have your digital product, you can throw up a link and it can say link below. Okay, we have our bio. Now we've got our name. We have our username. Perfect. 1 of 8 steps on. A little celebration from Instagram. I'm not going to dive into the tools and insights just yet because actually what we want to do is you want to follow accounts. Be very specific about the accounts that you follow. When you're setting up your social media, you don't want to go out and start following a bunch of random people and following your friends and family because that is going to confuse the algorithm. I want you to be successful. I want you to blow up right away so more people can get hands on your product. You have to be strategic with who you follow. The people that you follow on Instagram should be the people where your target audience hangs out. You have to understand who you're going to be offering this to. So where do they spend time together? Where do they go? And I'm going to do a video on this next week, how to identify your target audience. If you want to dive deeper into this, make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss that video. If I'm in the gardening niche, I'm not going to be following this author or this video creator, right? We're actually going to go into our account. We're just going to start searching. You're going to go through and find some accounts that inspire you, accounts that are places where your people might also be. Looking at their bio, follow for gardening content. This page just shares other people's gardening, so that's probably not for us. Gardening for dinner, 10 veggies for smalls. Helping you grow smarter, not harder. So this might be a good account worth following, right? Like the purpose of following in the beginning is to show the algorithm, the Instagram algorithm, who you are, what you do, how you help. You can actually search just the hashtag and find inspiration through the hashtag, but spend some time really going into something that's relative to you and something that your people would also resonate with. Say this account was just for moms and I wanted to help moms heal in the garden. I wouldn't just be following accounts with healing and gardening. I would be following accounts where moms hang out. Moms who are looking for inspiration, moms who are looking for mom humor. These are the types of things that I would be searching, and I would be following those pages so that I am showing Instagram who I'm about, who I want to target. What the algorithm does is when you consume content, it finds more content similar to that to give to you, to keep you on the app longer, okay? So very important who you follow. The next step in our professional dashboard, you just go back into edit the profile, and it's going to tell us at the top 2 of 8 steps completed. Don't worry about getting meta verified. It's something that you have to pay for monthly, and if you're just starting out, you don't need to be paying for that. It's not important. I'm not meta verified. It might be more important in the future, but for now, the next thing you can do is introduce yourself. What I always recommend doing is creating a post, a who am I post. Let's go into my account so I can give you a really good example. This is my who am I post. It's a picture of me, which is a little bit outdated, but here is what it says. It tells them exactly who I am. I'm a mom who's been through it down, ups and downs, challenges of juggling work and life. I talk about my passions. I talk about why I'm in this business, how I came to be in this business, and what my goal is. People read this all the time, and so it's really important to have this as your first post. Introducing yourself is that next post, and then you can go into telling your goals. When you're first starting your Instagram account, your goal should be reach, leads, and that should be your main goals for the beginning. The algorithm is always changing, so sometimes the algorithm favors likes, shares, comments. It's always changing. Depending on when you are watching this video, it will depend on how you would like to connect with most people, but I want your Instagram to feel like a community. I want it to feel like you're going out and building a community in real life, and how you do that is through comments. We're not going to worry about leads, calls, texts, and emails at this point. You can change your goals at any time. The last part that I'm going to go through for the sake of this video is just exploring those tools and insights. So when you go into your insights, this is what you need to pay attention to when you first start posting on social media. You need to pay attention to how many views it got, the interactions it got, because sometimes you can create content that gets lots of views, but it doesn't get any likes. If it didn't get likes, that means that a lot of people watched it because it was interesting, but it didn't resonate enough with them to actually hit that little like button. It's just important to use these analytics, not to judge yourself, to actually assess how your content is performing. This is a tool. It is not a comparison method. You don't get to see inside anybody else's tools. So just because somebody's getting 500,000 views on their reel, lots of comments and likes, doesn't mean that it was performing well for their account, because you don't have their insights. Ads is something you don't need to worry about at this time. I recommend, when you start an Instagram account, growing your account organically. If you can't grow your account organically, how are you ever going to be successful putting money to push the content out? You have to know that your stuff works. You have to know that it converts. You have to know that it performs, or else ads are just a waste of money. So until you have grasped how to do good content, part of that is understanding your target audience. So don't forget about that video next week. Until you have grasped that concept, do not waste your money. Please do not waste your money. I made this mistake as a beginner, and I was like, oh, I'll just push ads and blah, blah, blah. And I spent money, and I didn't spend a lot, and it did push it out to more people. But guess what? It didn't bring in more sales. It didn't bring in more leads, and it didn't bring in more followers. The content still sucked. So when it sucks, it's going to suck to 2,000 people, 5,000 people, 10,000 people. You need to make the content good for 5 people. And then you know it'll be good for 10 people, 20, 100. Don't worry about ads right now. Just grow organic to start. That is it for how to set up your Instagram account. Next week, we are going to deep dive into who your target audience is, because when you understand your audience, coming up with content is easy. It's simple because you know exactly what to say, exactly what they want to hear to convert them into followers, email subscribers, and eventually purchasers for your digital. If you can't wait till next week, I need a video right now, then you need to get inside of Kootenay Mom Life. I actually walk you through every step of the social media process and the digital product creation process. It's a 15-day course, start to finish. Every day there's action steps to take, and that will help you come up with everything you need to know to start your online business right now. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you haven't already come up with your first digital product idea, the digital product blueprint is also in the description below as well. I will see you next week. As always, I have an unwavering belief in your potential, and I wish you nothing but success.